The winds of war are no longer distant whispers. They're howling across the Middle East, crashing over borders, threatening to engulf the entire region in a firestorm. On June 14, the world watched with alarm as Iran and Israel crossed another line, one many feared, and few believed would actually be breached. From Washington to Berlin, from Riyadh to Moscow, the alarms are ringing. The stakes are sky high. The fuse is lit. Israel's defense minister stepped forward with a warning that rang with both fury and finality: Tehran will burn. His voice carried the weight of generations of conflict. His message was clear, not only to Iran but to the entire world. If Iran continues its retaliatory campaign against Israel's home front, the response will be absolute. This is not rhetoric. It's a declaration. It's the cold language of war. The day before, Israel had launched what analysts are now calling one of the most sweeping air offensives in its history. Their jets roared over Iranian skies, precision missiles hit deep into the country's core. The targets weren't symbolic, they were strategic. Commanders, scientists, facilities at the heart of Iran's nuclear ambitions. It wasn't just a message. It was an intent. The International Atomic Energy Agency confirmed what many feared. Israel had struck 4 critical buildings at the Isfahan nuclear site. The uranium conversion facility. The fuel plate fabrication plant. 2 other undisclosed facilities. These are not routine targets. These are essential pieces in the nuclear puzzle. And yet, no radiation leaks. At least, not yet. Tehran's silence didn't last long. Iranian missiles were in the air hours later, heading toward Israeli cities. Sirens wailed. Anti-missile systems lit up the night. The Iron Dome held, for now. But the psychological impact was undeniable. Fear gripped the streets of Tel Aviv, Haifa, Ashkelon. This isn't Operation Cast Lead. This isn't the Shadow War. This is something else. Something bigger. Something more dangerous. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu broke his own silence later that day. From an undisclosed location, his voice broadcast through secure channels and national media. Our pilots over the skies of Tehran, he said. We will strike every site, every target of the Ayatollah's regime. And what they have felt so far is nothing compared with what they will be handed in the coming days. The threat wasn't veiled. It was blunt, raw, intentional. Netanyahu spoke not like a politician, but like a wartime commander. And make no mistake, this is war. The world is watching what might become the most dangerous escalation in decades between these two bitter enemies. A nuclear-armed Israel, a nuclear-aspiring Iran, both convinced they're right, both unwilling to back down. In Tehran, defiance. State TV aired images of funeral processions. Martyrs, they said. Defenders of the revolution. Anger boiled over in the streets. Crowds chanted, "Death to Israel." The regime vowed revenge. But behind the slogans is a sobering reality. Some of Iran's top nuclear scientists and military commanders are gone. Killed in their own country, in their own homes and labs, by a power that has proven, once again, that distance offers no protection. Israel's message was simple: build a bomb, and we will destroy it, no matter where it is. Iran's response is more complex. Retaliation is expected, but Tehran knows the limits. It knows escalation carries costs. Yet backing down is not an option either, not when pride, sovereignty, and decades of enmity are at stake. Iranian proxy forces are already on the move. In Syria, in Lebanon, in Iraq, missiles have been launched from all directions. And Israel, they're responding with everything they have. It's a region now caught in a cycle of retaliation and response. Blow for blow, blood for blood. Meanwhile, the US and European powers are scrambling. Back-channel diplomacy is in full swing. Urgent calls between foreign ministers. UN Security Council emergency meetings. But no resolution, no ceasefire, no plan. Russia and China, standing by, watching closely. Calculating. Saudi Arabia and the Gulf states are nervous. Oil prices are surging. Shipping lanes are threatened. Markets are spiraling. And the civilians, the ordinary families in Tehran, in Tel Aviv, in Beirut, in Haifa. They're caught in the middle. Sleeping in bomb shelters. Stocking water. Praying the next siren isn't the last. This war, if it becomes full-scale, won't stay between Israel and Iran. It will draw in Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, the Americans, the Russians. The entire region could ignite like dry grass in summer wind. Already, there are whispers of cyber warfare. Power outages in Tehran. GPS disruptions in Israeli airspace. This isn't just a battle of missiles. It's a war of networks, intelligence, deception. The Israeli military has moved to its highest alert level. Reservists are being called. Fighter jets are airborne 24/7. Iran's Revolutionary Guard is issuing warnings of its own. Their bases are bracing for impact. This is no longer about nuclear science. This is about survival. Netanyahu's inner circle believes Iran's weapon is closer than ever. And they're determined to stop it at any cost. Even if that cost is war. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has not spoken publicly. But insiders say he has ordered a full military review. Drones are being loaded. Missiles positioned. Diplomats warned. This is not a drill. And the question everyone is asking, what happens next? Does Israel go further? Will Iran unleash Hezbollah? Will US troops in the region be pulled in? Is there a red line? Has it already been crossed? The skies over the Middle East tonight are tense. Silent. Watching. But silence doesn't mean peace. Not this time. Tehran and Tel Aviv are locked in a deadly stare, fingers on triggers, egos ablaze. And as history has shown, when these two powers clash, the world trembles.